The instructional design model I will be focusing on today is the successive approximation model, or more commonly referred to as the SAM model. Software developer Michael Allen, known for his work on e-learning, felt that the traditional instructional design models left little impact on the learner, took too much time, and were not engaging. He wanted to create effective learning events, which focused on being meaningful, memorable, and motivational. This led to the development of the successive approximation model in 2012. This was an alternative to the more traditional model, ADDIE. The SAM model is an agile model that emphasizes collaboration, efficiency, and repetition. It is also the preferred instructional design method for rapid development and for those implementing e-learning. The SAM model is divided into three phases: the preparation phase, iterative design phase, and the iterative development phase. At first glance, this process may imply a linear workflow, similar to those of the conventional approach. However, the work within each phase is iterative and supports the transition from definition to design and through development. The idea is to develop stages concurrently so that you don't waste time in the linear review process. Everyone's ideas and assumptions can be discussed, prototyped, and tested early on, bringing you closer to a usable product. It works through small steps, frequently taking measures to assure that work is proceeding on the right path. And it focuses far more on the learning experience, engagement, and motivation. For more complex projects, you can refer to the SAM2 model, which is an extended take on SAM1, and it consists of 8 iterative instructional design steps spread across the 3 project phases. The first phase is preparation. It is intended to be a quick and simple step so you can just jump right into the work. During the preparation phase, the project team determines key aspects that will help set the target, identify special issues, and rule out options. The first part of the preparation phase is information gathering. Information to be gathered during this phase includes the programs currently in use, available content materials, organization responsibilities for training, constraints such as schedules, budgets, and legal requirements, and the name of the ultimate decision maker. The next part is the Savvy Start. The Savvy Start is a brainstorming event in which the design team and key stakeholders review collected background information and generate initial design ideas. Brainstorming solutions is an amazing, efficient way of determining the main performance objectives and identifying what good treatments there are to address the objectives. Next is the iterative design phase. There are 3 parts to this phase. First is the prototype. This is where you make a simple mock-up of your design, like a wireframe. The second is review. This is where your team reviews the prototype and make changes. And the third is design. This is when you actually design the model. At the same time to project planning, additional design is occurring. The additional design is a time when the prototypes for the remaining performance objectives are created, reviewed, and revised. Additional iterations for existing prototypes also occur at this time. If you need to, you can repeat this stage over and over again until you're ready to move on to the development phase. The final phase is the iterative development phase. This phase, again, is broken up into 3 steps. There will be a continuous review process through this last phase. At any point, if changes need to occur, it can happen quickly to limit any risk of going over budget or running out of time. The first step is development. This is where you develop the design you have in mind, and then you actually implement the product internally. And once you go through implementation, you can evaluate what you did and what you need to fix. If you need to go back to the first step of development or the whole iterative design phase, you have the flexibility to do so. Once you've completed the development phase, the project will be tested in the market. You will create a design proof and move to the alpha, then evolve to beta, and finalize into gold. And then you have your finished product. Many instructional designers have embraced this theory. So why SAM? SAM is very collaborative and teamwork based. It considers various viewpoints, including the stakeholders. It is a less linear or more true to life when considering the building of a learning or training course. It uses iterations or small steps during the development process. It cuts away things that you don't need in your training and keeps you on track. So, how do you know if you are ready to leave Addy for SAM? Determining your timeline and resources available will help you decide if moving forward with SAM is right for you. Trying to apply an agile approach like SAM may be difficult when your environment doesn't encourage rapid feedback or flexible processes. For more information on SAM, you can look at the following resources. Thanks.